Hello. Thanks for joining us again on the channel. Okay, yes, we've reviewed a lot of these. Too many, probably. But trust me, this one stands out. It caught me off guard, in a good way. Before we get started, there's a special discount if you're interested. The link is in the description and also in the top comment. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Now, let's hear directly from our first reviewer about their experience.
This reviewer found the setup for this mesh Wi-Fi system to be almost disturbingly easy. After years of struggling with complicated router installations, our reviewer was able to get the first unit running in about 10 minutes flat. The whole process, from unboxing the cube-shaped device to swapping out their old equipment, was handled through a simple, guided mobile app. Naming the network and setting a password was effortless. Adding the second unit in another room was even simpler. After plugging it in, it connected to the main unit automatically within a couple of minutes, establishing a solid connection through a thick wall. The simplicity was so unexpected that this client jokingly complained about it being too easy. However, this simplicity comes with some significant trade-offs for more advanced users. The reviewer noted a complete lack of a web-based interface, meaning all network management must be done through a smartphone app. This is a major drawback for anyone who prefers to manage their network from a desktop computer. Furthermore, the system lacks support for WiFi, a surprising omission for modern hardware. Another key feature missing is the ability to assign static IP addresses to specific devices, which can be a headache for things like a network printer that works best with a fixed address. Each cube also only has one available Ethernet port for wired connections. Despite these limitations, the performance is where this system truly shines. The connection has been incredibly strong and stable throughout the house. A reviewer saw a massive jump in internet speeds at the far end of their home, going from a sluggish 30-40 Mbps to a full 150-160 Mbps, nearly maxing out their internet plan. The app, while basic, is useful for seeing what devices are connected and how they're connected. For those who prioritize a dead simple setup and a huge boost in wireless coverage and speed over advanced configuration options, this M.
Let's start with our first reviewer's experience.
This reviewer initially had a fantastic experience with this mesh Wi-Fi system, which they purchased a few months ago. The package arrived promptly and was well protected, and the setup process was a breeze. Using the companion app on a smartphone, our reviewer found the installation to be quick and straightforward, with the satellite nodes connecting to the main unit in mere seconds. The system performed admirably in a fairly large apartment with numerous concrete walls, providing excellent coverage and consistent internet speeds without any noticeable dips, which was a significant improvement over their previous setup. However, the positive experience began to falter after about a month and a half of use. One of the satellite nodes suddenly stopped working, its indicator light stuck on a single color. Our reviewer diligently followed the official troubleshooting guide, trying everything from resetting the unit and moving it closer to the primary node to even swapping their roles, but nothing could revive the faulty device. Feeling frustrated, this client contacted the company's customer service and was pleasantly surprised by the support they received. A professional and cordial agent walked them through the troubleshooting steps again over a nearly 30-minute call, ultimately confirming that it was a hardware failure. The follow-up via email was equally impressive, with a dedicated support specialist guiding them through the return process for the defective node. Just as things seemed to be on the right track with a replacement on its way, disaster struck again. The main unit of the system completely died, leaving our reviewer without any internet after they spent another couple of hours trying to fix it.
Fantastic. Now, let's see what insights our next reviewer has to offer.
This reviewer, new to the world of mesh Wi-Fi, found this system to be a pretty good solution overall. With both 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz bands available, the two units he purchased seemed to cover his apartment adequately. He's got one placed in the hallway and the other in a small room, roughly 20 feet apart. One minor annoyance our reviewer experienced is the inability to manually adjust the Wi-Fi channels. They're preset to channel 6 for the 2.4 GHz band and channel 40 for the 5 GHz band. He uses an app that indicates better channel options are available, but thankfully, the fixed channels haven't noticeably impacted his network's performance. Another slight hiccup occurs with the seamless roaming feature. Even with fast roaming enabled, this client noticed that his cell phone doesn't always automatically switch to the nearest unit as he moves around his apartment. When he's in the small room and the Wi-Fi signal dips slightly, his phone doesn't always connect to the closer unit. he admits he doesn't fully grasp the logic the system uses to select between units. On the plus side, connecting devices to this system is relatively straightforward. The user guide mentions that once a device is connected to the 2.4 GHz band, it shouldn't be necessary to manually re-establish the connection for new 2.4 GHz devices. The reviewer did encounter a problem when trying to connect his printer wirelessly, but he was impressed with the support team's efforts to resolve the issue. They went above and beyond to assist him, which he considers a definite positive. Overall, this mesh system has proven to be a worthwhile upgrade from his previous setup, resolving connectivity issues he experienced with his smart home devices when using his cable company's modem alone.
If this video helped you out, give it a like and hit subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.